With Yoga for FSM being an extremely flexible software, with that comes a lot of amazing features that aren't typically available in many OCR solutions. The first one we're going to walk through is our email connector. We'll see that I attached an email over here in our AP inbox. I'm going to go ahead and on the back end kick off our email connector job to ingest this email and all of its attachments. Within a few moments, we'll see that this email will actually go away outside of our inbox. And then if it was a successful ingestion into our system, we'll see it over here in our archive folder. Any errored emails, possibly containing invalid file types or encrypted documents, can be found in your system's error folder. If we go ahead to our main view over here in Yoga for FSM, our AP review queue is going to be where our AP team spends the majority of their time. If we scroll on over to the side, we see there's a lot of column headers to allow for ease of searching within the system. We'll go ahead and give our page a refresh. And we'll see that our several documents just came into the system. That's how quick and easy our email connector is, and our optical character recognition being able to extract all the key properties from these documents. Another nice feature about Yoga for FSM is our ability to bring in supporting documentation. Since we ingested these documents through our email connector, over in our supporting documentation tab, you'll see that we get a mocked up image of our original email from the email connector in our supporting documentation. This is important if you have an internal workflow where you might be sending emails back and forth with your AP team and departments to get approvals on purchase orders. If a vendor sends you the purchase order within the email itself as opposed to on the invoice, things like that, you have a way to have this actual email attached to that original invoice as well. Another impressive feature here in Yoga is our ability to merge and split documents. A lot of our key actions and features here within the Yoga system take place up here with our 3 vertical dots. If I go ahead and select this, we're actually going to go into our split module. Within our split page, we see that our vendor actually sent us a single PDF with 4 different invoices attached. Within our split module, we can go in and we can delete pages by simply selecting a record and selecting delete. If we needed to reorder pages, we could simply just drag and drop within the system to be able to change the order of this document. If we needed to revert back to the original, we can simply select the yellow button here at the bottom to put that back in the original order. In this scenario, we'll go ahead and split this one out, and we can split this back to our OCR queue. You see up here at the top, we also have our supporting documentation. If you needed to delete or reorder the pages within supporting documentation, this is also available for you. Since we only have one page, we don't see that reorder option be available. And then we see we're just left with one document. That's how simple and easy it is to split documents within the Yoga system. We'll go ahead and cancel out of this record. Next, we're going to open up this non-PO record. So when we open this, we see that it looks to be a couple of resources time cards for the month of December. So we probably need to merge this into our primary invoice. If I go up here to the 3 dots in the top, we're going to merge this document into, and you'll see that we get a huge table of all records within the view that we opened the original record from. I'm going to go ahead and sort by the time in queue. And we'll go ahead and we're going to merge this with our RPI consultants invoice. The merge document window then appears, and we can simply drag and drop our document over as a primary. We can also drag and drop our time card over as supporting. If needed, if you wanted your time card to appear before the email HTML, you can simply drag and drop, and you also have the ability to reorder pages within the merge document window. We can go ahead and we can merge this one over here as well. So we have our invoice as our main primary document, and then we added our time card and our email attachment over on the supporting side. Once your merging is complete, you can go ahead and confirm your merge. And we see that we now have our primary RPI invoice and those 3 supporting documentations in the new order from our merge window. Another amazing feature within Yoga is our ability for our AP team and our buyer team to work within one system together and also keep track of all communications for a single invoice record within that actual document. We're going to go ahead and we'll open up our purchase order invoice. And if we scroll down to the bottom, we see that we were able to pair our line 1, but we're missing our line 2. So we'll go ahead and we're going to check our master data for that second line. We see that this purchase order actually only has that first line for $45,000. So we need to send this record over to our buyer team to find out what might be going on with our second purchase order line. Is it closed, or is the vendor sending us an invoice for a line that's not actually on this purchase order? So if we go up here, we're going to select our missing line raising code. What this allows us to do is send this record over to our purchase invoice resolution, which is where our buyers typically will review invoices within the system. And then we see that we have to insert a comment. So line 2 for PO 101-00119 is not available in Yoga. Please advise. And we'll go ahead and confirm that, and we'll see that our record has routed out successfully. If we go over to our purchasing invoice resolution queue, and if we scroll on over and sort by our time in queue, we'll see that our record is now within our buyer queue, and there's going to be a note from our AP user over here. What's extremely nice about this feature within Yoga utilizing the buyer queue is all comments with regards to this invoice will then also transition over to the Infor or ERP system along with that record. So if there was any reason why there was a delay in processing the invoice, we can track those through the comments all within one record as opposed through mass email chains where maybe our AP team and our buyer team aren't responding for various amounts of time. Another great feature within Yoga is our ability to have custom reports. So from our buyer queue, you see down here in the bottom right-hand corner that there's the ability to download to CSV. If we go ahead and select this and open up our download, what this allows is either our buyer managers or even our AP managers to get a nice view printout of things that might be lingering in a processing queue within the Yoga system. As a buyer manager, I can download this report whenever I need to assign things out to different resources or even gauge why my buyers might not be working in the Yoga system as we would expect to ensure that we can get these invoices paid in a prompt time. From here, you can use these CSVs to create all kinds of custom reports through pivot tables, whatever your organization needs to do to ensure that your users are utilizing the system. Yoga also has the ability to send you an email copy of these reports on a schedule. We have some clients that will have these PDFs sent from their purchasing invoice resolution queue or the buyer queue, or even their vendor maintenance. These are going to be your invoices that we need a net new vendor created, or we don't have that remit to in our master data. We'll send these CSV reports out to our clients to give them a heads up about once a week of the records that might be outstanding in these queues.